Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Ryan Aranda here, My Best Life Paraguay. And today we are taking a drive through Areguá, Paraguay. I'll put it up on the map here in a second. But just a little bit about Areguá. The total population is 83,000 with about 41 square miles, right? And this is in the central department. So it's part of the Asunción metro area, the capital of Paraguay. And I'm going to be putting on the map here. We are going to be checking out Barrio Arasy, number 1. It is one of 3 gated communities, and we're going to be checking out 2 houses today in Barrio Arasy. And yeah, working with a wonderful Remax agent. And so I will be putting her contact info below, right, for you guys to get in contact with her if you are interested in the houses we're going to be checking out here shortly. But before we do, I like to do, I'm including some B-roll here of the neighborhood, and as you'll see too on the map, we're coming in from the downtown Asunción area, so that would be from the west going towards the east into Areguá. And yeah, so Areguá, this route in particular, it's gonna get more and more developed. The Remax agent was telling me, right, and this is gonna be Areguá is one of my favorite places within the central department, or the greater Asunción metro area. And it's one of my favorites because it's more tranquil, and it's really close to Lake Ipacaraí, as you saw on the map there as well. So this is not right on the beach, or not near the lake, I mean, but it's certainly closer to the lake than you would be living in San Lorenzo, for example, where I live, or where most foreigners and expats live in downtown Asunción, right? So the options here that we're going to be checking out are significantly cheaper, right, than what you would find in areas of Asunción, right? So yeah, you guys, I'm gonna keep this B-roll playing here. If you guys don't wanna check out this B-roll, that's fine. But I'm gonna keep it playing just because I think it's important for you guys to see the route in to the neighborhood, right? Which we'll be turning right here shortly, and checking out the entrance, right? And as you can see, there's a gym here actually. I haven't checked it out or anything, but just to give you an idea, there are things that you can do outside of the Barrio Cerrado, which means gated community, right? And as I mentioned on the map, it's one of 3, and this is the most constructed out of 3. Okay. And as you can see, there's a brand new pharmacy right here, and even a taxi stand, right? So you can see some folks walking, and this is actually a pretty walkable neighborhood. And the Remax agent was telling me that this is all going to be cobblestone, right? And anything that is not currently will be. And for now, yeah, these roads are dirt roads, but I asked her how is flooding, and it actually is elevated well. So flooding on this road itself isn't the biggest issue, right? You have to worry about flooding more in lower elevated areas. I believe it's well, yeah, it's more well elevated, right? It's an extremely tranquil area over here, you guys. I know the camera is really going crazy because it's hard to keep the camera steady when these roads are the way they are, right? But I did want to mention that here. And so we're going to be entering the gates of the community here shortly. And as you can see, there's some newer houses as well as older ones when you're coming in. But Areguá is a really tranquil place, as you guys can see, right? And yeah, so right here we are coming up on the gated community of Barrio Arasy. And yeah, stick in there to see what these wonderful housing options are, incredibly affordable for Westerners. And there you go. There's Barrio Arasy. This is number one. This is number one of three. And there's going to be even more that are going to be built up. Uh, the Remax Agent was telling me. And again, I'm going to include her info. So this is just a really quick profile of what the neighborhood looks like from the front gate area. And this is the first house option we're going to be checking out. So this is the standard size option, about 753 feet squared, 36,000 USD for unfurnished, and it's around 44,000 USD furnished. The reason I put and then as you guys can see, I'm starting to walk through this house here. But the reason I put that is around 44,000 USD is because it can vary the price if you want it furnished, right? So they're gonna have to install cabinets, stove, washer, bed, sofa, the whole nine yards. So that's why it can fluctuate if you want it furnished, right? But it's about 60 million extra. Um and again, it could be a little less or a little bit more depending on what you have. But for this one in particular is about 60 million more, which is a difference of about 7,000 six to $7,000 or so. Um you know, so yeah, so as you can see, we're walking through this place. It has a beautiful built-in grill. It will come with that. So that's going to be included no matter what. Um, for both of these options. A tinier area in the back. Again, this is the standard size. There is an option for a little bit bigger. It's not much bigger, the other option. And I guess yeah, you would consider these to be townhomes in the United States. Um, anyway, the equivalent. But they're very nice modern homes, you guys. And if you're fine kind of living in a apartment, this is honestly, this is a beautiful option for many Paraguayans. Many Paraguayans would absolutely love to live in a space like this. And again, that's a really neat feature, right? Because you have a panel, but they built it in so you're able to access uh the control panel, the lights and whatnot. But that TV panel that we just went through is a good feature that they can install for you if you don't want to mess around with furnishings yourself, right? And this is a really good washer, for example, too. Jam is a Paraguayan brand, I believe. And so I forgot to mention that this is 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, right? And the third bedroom is the suite bedroom, so it has its own bathroom, which is really nice. And this is just a little tiny outdoor area that you have your water heater. And yeah, so keep cleaning stuff out here. Also area for drainage. And as you can see, there's those holes in the wall, right? And those holes in the wall are there for you to install uh, air conditioning units for each room, right? So there's one main unit that's already installed, but if you want extra ones in your rooms, that's why there are those holes right there, for example, right in front that and I'll point those out again. Yeah, so this would be the tiniest room of the three, right? This could be, yeah, you could have a double beds in here or one bed, right? yeah, it'd be a small area, but every single one of these rooms have access to at least one window, so natural light in every single room. Again, this is a 3 bedroom, 2 bath, right? And then this would be your suite, main room, right? It's not the biggest, but it's still very, very nice. Uh, and like I said, these are the furnishings that you're gonna spend about $7,000 total for, TV, beds, couch, the tables, and all the rest of the furnishings. Again, like I said, it can fluctuate a bit. But yeah, you're checking out the bathrooms here. This is the suite bathroom that we're checking out, connected to the main room, which I really like, you guys. I like that, the parents would have, um, or whatever, or you, or whatnot, would have your own little bathroom to the side. And I'm just opening up these wardrobes, roperos, just to show you kind of what they look like and the size given. Yeah, so then the and yeah, I'm with my friend here, so he's checking out this place with me if you see him on camera. Yeah, but this comes with a wash right here, right next to your laundry, which is really nice. Um yeah, again, I open up this panel here, and I think I will go back to the bedroom area to check out, or maybe I'm not sure. But anyways, yeah, every single one of these rooms has a window. All right. Yeah, and I really like this first room, you guys, because yeah, you know, you depending on how big or how many people you're living with, this is an excellent room that you can use for studies, or your work. Right. I love that they have a little desk area kind of set up on overlooking the window out to the main, to the street. Right. But yeah, a very nice, then this is the first room that's closest to the window, right outside of your living room. This is a great option, you guys, especially if you're a smaller family or just starting out. Again, these are the options, or the fridge, right? I got a silver fridge myself, like a gray silver fridge. But they're all very nice. These are all Jam products. They're very good. All right. And yeah, so right after we check this out, we're gonna check out the bigger version, the larger size house. But we're gonna check it out unfurnished, so it's not complete. That's what I'm saying. But this house is extremely nice, and it's smaller, right? But that's exactly why it's also ranging from 37,000 to $44,000, right? I mean, people are paying that for a car in the United States. Or, even here, they'll sell cars for that amount. So yeah, this is what kind of a profile of the neighborhood, and at the very end, I'll be checking out the neighborhood as well. Okay. So this is the second version. This is a larger option, and this is a little bit more unflattering because it's not really finished yet. But at least I wanted to film it just so you guys can kind of understand the size, right? Uh, so yeah, so imagine just the furnishings, the same furnishings that were in here. The main difference to this one, you guys, the main difference to this is that your living room is going to have more space, right? Not too much, but it will have noticeably more space than the other one. Your living room slash kitchen area, right? And it's kind of hard to conceptualize because um there are no furnishings in there at the current moment. And also your back area is slightly bigger, not by much, but it's slightly bigger, I believe, as well. If that's not the case, I will include it in the description below. Anything that I forget to mention, you guys just ask me in the comment section below. but you can tell, I believe, yeah, this is slightly bigger, even the outside area, than the other version, right? And I forgot to film in the last standard size, the window to the bedroom, right? But again, this is essentially the same thing, just slightly bigger. And the ceiling isn't quite finished either, so that's why it looks kind of unfinished. But this is exactly what the bedroom windows looks like, and again, that hole is there for you to install your AC unit, um, as well. And yeah, so they got a few things to finish off here. Like, I don't believe there's a shower door. We'll check that out in a moment here. Um, yeah, yeah, no shower, or it's really common to have like that half shower, not really a full shower door here in Paraguay, right? But yeah, again, this is your main bedroom, and you can choose to have a TV in here or not. Again, you can work with them, make a plan for your furnishings. They'll sit down with you and discuss all that when you purchase this. Again, I will not be the main contact here. It will be the Remax agent. I believe her name is Swaley. Yeah, her first name. But I will include her info in down below. Again, this is what it looks like unfinished outside. This is just that area again, for the water heater, etc. And that water heater will reach the entire house, right? Again, here's the main bathroom. It's pretty spacious, considering, uh, in comparison to your average Paraguayan house. It's just slightly bigger, right? And you already have your sink right there. That'll be right next to your washer. It's very uncommon to have a dryer here in Latin America, like a true dryer. Because you can just hang stuff up outside and it'll dry in 5 minutes with the hot Paraguayan sun. So that's why you won't see too many dryers here in Paraguay. Yeah, so there's the water heater for this house and the drainage area, and yeah. And again, this is also a 3 bedroom, 2 bath. And we'll be checking out the rest here. Again, I know it's a little bit harder to conceptualize because there are no furnishings, but just imagine, it's just slightly bigger, um, than the other option, right? I personally really like both options myself, but this is exactly what you can expect. And yeah, again, now we're gonna check out just the rest of the neighborhood, walking towards the entrance, right? And we're gonna check out the pool area plus the two quinchos. I believe that's how you say it. I hope I'm spelling that right. uh, yeah, and so this is what your neighborhood's gonna look like. And so I did want to mention as well that for as far as fees, what you're in charge of is the electricity, right? The electricity bill, which is you pay to ANDE, ANDE, the government entity that will give you your electric bill. But you pay 350,000 guaraníes per month for your fees that includes water and trash pickup, and also maintenance for your lawn in front of your house, right? So that's what it includes, right? And so yeah, so here I'm filming the pool area, as you can see, and my friend Dr. Dave Maloney's with me, so he's checking out this place in real time with me. He's pretty much in awe, as I am, just about the price and the tranquility of this neighborhood. There's already people moving in, and so I did want to mention that these are sold off in phases. So what do I mean by that? So I mean that this has 3 phases, and they sell the first phase is the one that's is closest. So imagine it and broken up into thirds, right? They sell off the first third, which is closest to the gate and closest to this area. So all these are, I believe, are essentially sold already. Then there's the second phase, which is farther away from the main gate, and then the third phase is what is being sold now, right? And then you can contact Mrs. Swaley, I believe. Yeah, her name is, and she will let you know of the options that are actually available. And again, this is one of 3 barrios. So you know, just in by some case, the last options here are bought up. There are 2 more that are in the second phase, right? There are also options for financing. I did want to mention that quickly. Um, and so the first option for financing is financia propia. What she was explaining to me is basically you would finance through this entity, through the neighborhood entity, and you would have to pay half of the house price off the bat, and then you would break in the last 12 payments you can pay within 1 year, right? And then that way, if you pay it off in 1 year, there's no interest, you guys. Okay. So yeah, hopefully I explained that well. And then there's also options that you can finance through a bank, but you would need to get approved and just make sure which banks and just talk to Mrs. Swaley and just make sure that your bank that you currently have is financed. So I'm gonna wrap this up. I just wanted to put the map on the or the barrio on the map one last time here for you folks. And yeah, you know, thanks for watching this video. And you know, consider these. These are your wonderful neighborhoods and wonderful houses. And I'm taking off here, you guys. Take care of yourselves, and till the next video. Let me know if you have any questions down below in the comments. Take care, you guys. Ryan Aranda, My Best Life Paraguay.